Hello friends, good morning. I hope all of you guys are having a great day. I wanted to do a quick video and a review. Before we get into the review, I thought I'll share with you guys a little bit of a status update. You guys have been saying I've not been very frequent in posting videos. I'm really sorry. Work has been difficult, work has been crazy. So I've really not had the chance to sit down and record a video, edit it. I didn't want to do a rush job, which is why you've seen that the frequency of the videos has been a little less. I'll try to fix that, but I can't promise because work really has been crazy. That's one. The second thing is what I noticed was, looking at the stats on my channel, I think most of the people, and I can't blame them, to do a proper shave takes around 20 to 30 minutes depending upon how your shave is going. And I've noticed most people just watch maybe 5 minutes or 6 minutes of the video. So what I'll do going forward is when I'm doing a review, rather than do the entire shave, which most people probably don't even watch, I'll just directly get into the video. I'll share some details about the razor. I will show a few shots about the shave being done, and then I'll quickly get to the summary of the review in terms of what I felt, who is it for, how is it that it did. I hope that works for you guys, and I hope that's going to help you, stick on and stay for the entire video. Anyway, so just wanted to go ahead and share that with you guys. Now, the razor review that we're going to be doing is, I don't know, people might know that Blackland razors has this particular razor called as the Blackbird, which has been there in the market for some time. I think the base razor costs approximately $200 plus I think around $50 for the stand. So $250 is what it costs. Now, I never went ahead and I picked up the stainless steel version of it. They also have a version with titanium. I do have the saber from them in titanium, so it's not that I haven't bought stuff from them. I have other razors also which have cost me $250, but somehow the Blackbird, for some odd reason, I never went ahead and I bought one of them. But I know that a lot of people do like it. So recently, Blackland released a aluminum version of the Blackbird, which is what I have, and they called it as batch 003. So there were only supposed to be 100 units of this being made, and you buy it once, and then after that it's gone. And also when you buy it, you can't return it in case you didn't like it. But one of the key things that got me hooked onto that particular deal was that you were able to get a razor and the stand for $120. And at least based on the video that CEO Shane released, it just looked like, hey, you know what, it's just a different choice of metal, but it shaves like the normal one. So I went ahead and I picked it up. So this video is on my thoughts about it. So just before we start, aluminum razors is something I'm quite familiar with. I have multiple ones of them. For example, you guys know the AL13. AL stands for the metal. So I've got the AL13 in mild, I have the AL13 in medium, and I have the plus plate version as well. So I've got 3 AL13s, all made from aluminum. I also have the Cyber Razor, for which I've gone ahead and I've done a review. I also have the Timeless Slant, which I will do a review later on. And I have the Carve Bison, I think is what it's called. I have that as well. And then recently I went ahead and I picked up one of these, Oliworks Meteorite, and this again is made of the same metal, and it comes with all the 3 plates, in case you guys can see the 2 other plates over here, and the razor. So Um, there is a reason that I'm sharing that, this is not the first lightweight razor that I have. And I will share that, or it'll become clear when I'm taking you guys through the video that why am I going ahead and I'm saying that. Having said that, now generally one of the reasons that manufacturers like to use this metal is it's cheaper, right? So for most of the razors that I showed you, whether it's the AL13 or the rest, normally they will fall anywhere between the range of $50 to $70. So when I bought the Blackbird version of it for $120, so I was thinking, hey, you know what? I'm really going to get a shave which is next level. But let me already go ahead and share that was not the case. And when I summarize the video, you'll know why that the case is. So I think number one, and again, not sure if you guys can see, the metal that they have used or whatever coating that they have used, there are multiple areas that it's already started turning black. I have no idea why that has happened. I normally keep my razors very, very clean, but in multiple places, I don't know whether you can or you can't see. It's got black spotches. It's got black spotches on the handle. It's got black spotches on the stand. Just wanted to show you guys the damage that I'm talking about to whatever it is, the polish that these guys have used or coating that these guys have used. You guys can see this black marks over here, right? You've got marks over here, got marks over here, you've got marks over there. When you turn it around, you will notice that there are more marks. There are marks over here on top. Turn it around again. And just so that you guys know, I just went ahead and I cleaned this razor one more time before I'm showing it to you guys. And this is how the things are. Picking up this one, this is the stand. You will notice that same kind of discoloration is happening here, which is happening here. Again, I don't know what is the cause of this, but it's there. This one, there is a bit of a mark in one of them. I don't know whether you guys can see it. Yeah, right here. You can see that there's a little bit of a black mark over here as well. And this obviously is the batch 003. All right. So I am not happy about that. I'm absolutely not happy about that. So that is one. Number two is that at least in case they launch this to try it out like a pilot and they want to launch it in the market, I think this razor is too light. So all the rest of the razors that I went ahead and I showed you guys, that weigh approximately 39 grams each. This one, and apart from that, I've got one more which weighs of the same thing. Everything else is around 39 grams. This is 34 grams. It's lighter and you can feel it, and it's not lighter in a good way. I feel all razors need to have some amount of weight because it definitely helps when you shave. The other thing is whatever coating that these guys have used for this particular razor is super slick. So it's a little difficult to hold on to it when you're trying to go ahead and shave with it. But anyway, having said that, now let me quickly do a shave. I'm just going to show a few shots of me shaving and then I'll come back to you and share with you at the end of every pass how it went, and then I'll summarize the video. So be back with you guys shortly. So for the purposes of the shave today, we are going to be using Sterling's Sterling 1 shave soap, and this is the balm. We're working with 2 days of growth, so let me get lathered up and let's start the shave. I've already wet my face, now let's get the lather on. Alright guys, we're ready for the first pass. I've loaded up a once used Gillette Silver Blue. Let's go ahead and do the first pass. So obviously it's cutting off the hair, but one of the things that I've noticed as soon as I've started using this, no matter how slick my lather is, it kind of goes ahead and still drags on my face. Now, so Shane has gone ahead and put up a few videos talking about pressure and how you need to apply a little bit of pressure. Yes, I completely get it. If the razor is as light as what it is, it's pretty much going to fall off from your hand. So you do need to put a little bit of pressure. But at the same point of time, it's not changed. I'm still not getting the best shave on the first pass. But let's go on. And what I've also noticed, for some odd reason, this razor seems to suck away all the moisture and slickness from my soaps. As weird as it may be. I don't know why it happens, but right now my face is dry. It's really, really dry. Alright guys, thoughts after pass number one? It's good. It's okay. I mean, there's nothing different. I don't know what is it that I was thinking that I'm going to get out of it, but it's okay. Um, and this is what happens when you spend your own money and you're not sent something for free to review, because you are going to be brutally honest, right? Is it $120 worth of good? No. For me, that is what the main thing is. Is it? Am I getting that much of a premium thing? And like I said, given all these different marks which have already come up in the metal, no. Anyway, let's get on to the second pass and let's see how is it that we do. All right, folks, let's do pass number two. Pass number two done. Let's wash up and do pass number three. Let's do pass number three. Let's wash up and then do the fourth pass, touch-up pass. All right, the shave is done. Let's put the alum. Let's see how is it that we did. I've got my usual feedback. I would say slightly more than what I typically get. All right, let me keep this for 30 seconds, wash it off, apply the balm, and I'll come back with my final thoughts on the razor. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on the razor. I think it's decent. I'm not saying it's bad. But the way that I see it is when you're selling something for $120, obviously, I am all for supporting local shops, local businesses here in the US. But when you're charging a premium, the quality needs to stand behind it, where you can say, hey, you know what, buy made in the USA. And I buy a lot of stuff made in the USA as much as I can. I'm all for supporting local. But when you're selling a product, you need to be able to go ahead and stand behind it. In this particular case, as you guys saw the finish, I don't know what's happening with that. I'm going to try and reach out to Shane and his team to see whether they can do something about it. I would like to keep the razor, although it's not perfect like I showed you guys. I think the weight is very light. If they are planning to bring this out and this was just a test batch, they need to look at the coating that they have used, because it definitely does not stand the test of time. They need to look at making it slightly less slick. They need to look at putting a little bit more weight into it. I think 34 grams versus what almost seems like a standard of 39 grams can be looked at. And finally, I will continue to buying products from Blackland, because I think they make good stuff. But this one, for me personally, was a miss. Again, you might have bought the product, you might have had better luck with it. If you did, that's awesome. But you know how we roll on this particular channel, right? I buy stuff with my own money and I share with you guys my unfiltered thoughts on it. Some of it might be great, some of it might not be. Again, these are just my thoughts. Blackland as a company, I'm sure, makes excellent products, and as time goes by, slowly and surely, I will buy more stuff from them. So that's about it. That's my thought on this razor. Let me know if you like this particular format of video, where it's a lot shorter, and leave me comments in terms of what do you want to see changed, because I want to make sure that I'm making content which helps you. If you still feel that, hey, you know what, this is not what I want, and you have some suggestions, feel free to go ahead and share that with me. So that's about it for now. I hope you guys have an awesome week ahead. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye.